Hey y'all, hello. Sorry, I'm just about a minute late. I was having a bit of technical difficulties. Let me go to my groups and share this out. As you listen to the instrumentals of Shook Once by Mobb Deep. Fun fact about me, this was the first album I bought for myself with my own money. This along with the Bone Thugs and Harmony album. So yeah. And yes, all right. So we've got that done. Hello, how you doing? Let me get Instagram started up. Happy Tuesday. Is my light okay? Oh, I got a little bit of a shadow. Let me move this here. Hey guys, as you come in, say hi. Let me know where you're joining from so I can properly greet you, my lovelies. Okay. Cash App is rude. Hey y'all. Okay. So let's do this. I think yes, we're good. All right. Hi, Facebook. So many of you. Awesome. Let's get ourselves together. We are going to get started at about 8:05. At that time, I would love it if you guys would invite your friends, loved ones, co-workers, anybody who you think would benefit from hearing from this stuff. Bring it out. Okay. All right, we're getting started in about 1 minute. I hope y'all could. If you can hear the instrumentals in the background, give me a thumbs up in the comments. If you can hear the instrumentals. I just want to make sure it's at a good level for future reference when we have broadcasts. Okay. We've got a few stories to cover tonight, guys. Hi, Celebration fans SSG. How you doing? All right. Ooh, okay, guys. It's 8:05. All right, let's get started. Come on, thing. All right. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Hello, Sincere39. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Thursday broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts. Hi, Kayla, using pop culture and celebrity news. Who am I? So glad you asked. I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis, host of the show and owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. Hi, Lise J. If you are in business and you need to get your things together, your things organized, or you want to start a business and you don't know what's the first step to getting started, that is where I come in. I help you get all those things in order. Your EIN numbers, your DUNS numbers, contracts, registering with the state, brand protection through trademarks, patents, and copyrights. Hiring employees properly. I help you set up that strong foundation for your business. I do this through many ways. I do this through one-on-one coaching. I also have many digital products like ebooks and video trainings that I have for sale. So that is what I do. And if you are interested in any of my services, you can book a free 15-minute consultation at linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. Now on to the show, NPL Legal Dish. That's why you're here. Well, every Monday through Thursday, I gather stories from the news, TMZ, blogs, my legal things that I follow, and I pull stories that I feel like we who are aspiring entrepreneurs or current entrepreneurs can learn from. But this is not just me talking at you guys. This is a dialogue. I want us to have a back and forth. So I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask y'all to talk. I'm going to ask y'all to participate, okay? So we also wanted to let you know, if you weren't here last night with Martine Mango from Seedbox Digital, you missed out, but you can still catch up. The Logos 101 video series is still available for pre-order at just $29, ladies and gentlemen. One of the first things people see about your business, or how they're introduced to your business, is your logo. And this whole series is breaking down the 7 different types of logos, how to choose the right type of logo for your business, color psychology, picking the right file formats, how to, what you need to talk to a designer about, all the nitty gritty about logos. So if you are in the need of a logo, or you need to rebrand, you want to pick up the Logos 101 series for $21 right now. Next week is the last week, and then it goes up to $79. Also, the Business Startup Basics video training, if you are determined to, if you're really committed to getting that business started in 2020, it is on sale for $19 until January 31st. That's my January special. So go grab the Business Startup Basics video training. Okay, but we're good. That's enough selling. Let's get to these stories, all right? So we've got a few. Make sure that you share this out to your people. And let's, I did start the recording. Whew. Where's my head? All right. So the first story that we are talking about tonight, actually I changed it. This was not going to be the first story, but it is going to be the first story. Obviously you see the title of the show tonight, Leaving a Legacy. We all know that, unfortunately, Kobe Bryant and 8 other people were tragically killed in a helicopter accident, including his 13-year-old daughter. And while, we grieve for the families and we want to send them love and light, there is kind of this, happy silver lining that has appeared that is going to, leave a legacy for not only Kobe Bryant, but his daughter. It's like, people can get caught up and, it's like Kobe Bryant is great, but there were other people on that plane too, including his daughter. And Kobe was so, dedicated to his daughter and developing her as a basketball player. She was following in her dad's footsteps. Her nickname was Mambacita. That's what they called her. And on December 30th, 2019, Kobe had actually filed a trademark application for his daughter Gianna's nickname Mambacita, and it was for sportswear, so jerseys, hoodies, sweatpants and things like that. Now, the trademark application was filed, but it hasn't been approved yet. But I really don't see an issue with this trademark being approved. Now, I saw someone. There is another attorney that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Chikora Davis, and she also talked about this. And she asked a really great question. What is it? Is it a good idea to still pursue this, this application in light of this tragedy happening? Is it something that they should let, lie and just kind of figure things out? Or do you think that the legal team should continue to pursue this trademark application? What do you guys think about that? Yeah, and I picked this because I think this was a very sweet way, to kind of find something, at least some tiny bit of good out of what is a very tragic situation. But yeah, so we'll probably be seeing Mambacita apparel, sportswear coming out soon, hopefully. Maybe they will also start some type of nonprofit foundation, but good for them. Also, another story that is connected to the Bryants. So apparently, actually 2 people recommended this story to me today. Sincere39 and Shot Best on the Yard both approached me about this story. So unbeknownst to me, Kobe had actually been in a legal dispute with a pharmaceutical company for the last couple of years over using the name Black Mamba. This is a company that is making like vitamin supplements. And they filed their trademark for Black Mamba Supra or something like that in, I want to say, 2016. The problem is Kobe did not file for a trademark for Black Mamba until 2017. So there had been this back and forth arguing for a while. So I don't know what the resolution of this case is going to be. From what I read, Kobe and the pharmaceutical company were in talks to settle. So hopefully, his legal team and their legal team, they can still, hash this out so that it's not a burden on the estate. But this is an example of protecting your name early, and this is not a jab at Kobe or anything, but it would have been a lot easier if Black Mamba had been trademarked way earlier when people were calling him Black Mamba in the beginning than waiting after when someone, maybe encroaching on your nickname. And he had every right to be kind of, wary about that because everybody associated Black Mamba with Kobe. So we will wait and see what happens with those two cases. But we're going to leave that alone, and we are going to let the dead rest. All right? So now, moving on to something a little bit more. Yes, Lacey J, protecting your brand is very important. Moving on to something a little bit happier, a little bit brighter. Has anybody here ever gotten an edible arrangement or seen an edible arrangement? They are these fruit baskets that are in the shape of flowers. Has anybody ever had an edible arrangement? They are so delicious. My mom gets me one for my birthday every year. Yes, Sincere 39 has had an edible arrangement. Well, edible arrangements has a trademark on the word edible, right? Now, their trademark has to do with, with fruit delivery, the delivery of fruit and flower arrangements and things like that. However, as cannabis becomes more legal, we are finding out that there is some crossing over that's happening. So not everybody likes to ingest cannabis through smoke. Some people like to ingest it through food, and there is a class of cannabis-infused food that, affectionately is called edibles. So as cannabis becomes more legal, you're hearing more and more about edibles. And edible arrangements has actually become very concerned about edible becoming a common word in the marketplace. So edible arrangements, in keeping up with the times and wanting to maintain their trademark, they are getting involved in the cannabis industry. Edible arrangements debuted a CBD company named Incredible Edibles in 2019, and they're going to be opening up storefronts in New Haven, Connecticut, and Atlanta, Georgia. So in the next year or so, you're going to see some edible arrangements CBD stores. Like I said, Edible Arrangements was afraid that the legalization of cannabis, high busy peach, was going to threaten the perception of the word edibles. So they're trying to take control of it. Edible Arrangements actually has multiple trademarks having to do with edible items. So they are keeping ahead of the times. They are not going to let, the changing industry, sweep them away. They're like, well, you know what? People are talking about edibles. We're going to have edibles. All right. And they're going to be CBD edibles because we've got these trademarks already. So good for Edible Arrangements for, shifting with the times. While your trademark can last forever, as long as you keep renewing it, you have to keep aware of the culture around you and what is happening so that your trademark doesn't become obsolete. So this is a great example of Edible Arrangements making sure that they are still at the forefront. Hi, Shop Best on the Yard. That they are still at the forefront of their field. So look, Shop Best on the Yard. Oh no, you're in Alabama now. Forget it. We were just talking about edible arrangements. They are opening up two CBD stores where you're going to be able to get fruit arrangements with CBD on them. And this is because they have a trademark on edible, but edibles are becoming more and more common, in society because of the legalization of cannabis. So edible arrangements is pivoting and keeping up with the times. So good for them. Okay. All right. So next story. Yes, shop best on the yard. So next story, they who else has been keeping up with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? Well, I'm not going to call him Prince Harry anymore. Who else has been keeping up with Meghan Markle and the Duke of Sussex? Because they're still the Duke and Duchess. The reason why I'm bringing them up again, y'all, I think there is a conspiracy out against, thank you for the thumbs up, Busy Peach. I really think these people are out to get Meghan and Harry. It is crazy. So we know that Meghan and Harry filed trademarks for Sussex Royal for, a bunch of different categories, right? But apparently there are a bunch of people opposing their trademarks. One was a doctor in Australia, I believe, but then he withdrew it. And when I was doing more research on this story, apparently it doesn't cost anything in the UK to oppose a trademark. You can pretty much do it for free. And I guess some people are just trying to make life harder for Meghan and Harry, and and wanting to move on to something else, and they're opposing their trademarks. Specifically, people are haters. Specifically, they are opposing the use of the word royal in their trademark because, they're not, royals anymore. But I ain't a duke, I ain't a duchess. But yeah, so we are going to send good vibes to Meghan and Harry. They're trying to do this thing on their own. And, there's haters out there, but, they're going to see it through. Meghan can get a job. She's an actress. And actually, we talked about this last time. It is estimated that their trademarks, their brand, the opportunities that come to them could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So they ain't going to be broke out here. All right. Do we have any gamers in the house? Any gamers in the house? Anybody who plays video games? Anybody who plays video games? I'm not a big video game person. But if you play video games, give me a V in the comments. And if you have heard of the Sincere 39 said a little. Have any of you heard of the game God of War? If you have heard of the game God of War, Sincere 39 plays Call of Duty. If you have heard of the game God of War, give me a G in the comments. And while we do that, I'm going to let you know why we're talking about this game God of War. Oh, you've heard of God of War? All right. So there is a company called Beijing Alex Technology. Lisa knows what I'm talking about. They are a mobile game developer. Thank you for the G, Sincere 39. They're a mobile game developer, and they developed the game Clash of Kings, right? So they're, those games you can just download on your phone and play on public transportation or whatever. One of the games that this company developed was called Clash of Kings. That's like their biggest game. Their biggest success. They made another game and filed a trademark for a game called Lord of War. Here's the problem. Sony has a game called God of War, which Sincere 39 is familiar with, and apparently Lacey J as well. Is it Lacey or Lise? I'm sorry, honey. But yes, so Sony has a game called God of War. It's apparently a series of games that you play on PlayStation. Oh, thank you for the G, Zephyrina. Hey, boo. Okay, you're here. And they opposed Beijing Elect Technologies trademark filing for Lord of War because they said it's too similar to the God of War series. And Sony has been here. Sony has been putting in the work since as long as I can remember. People know Sony, and Sony won. The court in the UK, they agreed with Sony. They didn't get much. They got like 1,800 pounds. I don't think that's more than $2,000. And the court denied Beijing Elect Technologies trademark. So I picked this case because this is a classic case of protecting your brand. If you see somebody who is trying to come up on your space, and trying to, usurp your place, you need to defend yourself. If you remember that case we talked about some months ago, we had those 2 restaurants in Louisiana. One of them had, these beers that they were selling that were called huge ass beers. And they were, the restaurant down the street got mad at them because the deal fell through and started selling giant ass beers. So Sony was in the same place. They're like, we both make video games. You can't call your game Lord of War when we have this God of War series. Sincere 39 said they are on God of War 5 now. Okay, well, I ain't even seen God of War 1, so I don't know nothing. But God of War is safe. There will apparently be no Lord of War, or at least no trademark for Lord of War. So if you're a person who likes to play games on your phone, go check out Beijing Elect Technologies. See what games they have on there. See if Clash of Kings is still on there. See if Lord of War is on there. Okay. So, quick commercial update. Thank you to everybody who's come in and who's commented. I'm always appreciative of your energy and your time. Wanted to remind you guys that the Logos 101 video series is still available for pre-order for just $29, ladies and gentlemen. After next week, which is the last installment of this video series, the entire video series goes up to $79. So if you want, expert advice on how to make the perfect logo, how to get the perfect logo for your business, you can get it for $29 right now. All right. And you can get that at linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. As well, my business startup basics video training is on sale for the rest of January. We only got a few days left. It's $19. If you are serious about getting that business off the ground in 2020, the Business Startup Basics is going to give you those building blocks, those cornerstones, so you can set up a plan of attack. $19, that is a great investment for your business, okay? So you can get all that at linktree.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. That's also where you can book your coaching sessions, your free minute consultations, and you can download my free business launch cheat sheet that will jumpstart your dream business in 7 days or less. All right. So moving on. All right. Guys, do you remember when we talked about psilocybin? If you remember when we talked about the psilocybin story, please give me a P in the comments, because psilocybin does begin with a P. If you remember the psilocybin story, give me a P. And while you do that, I'm going to refresh people who don't know. So if you don't know, psychedelics are becoming more, at least acceptable and mainstream. Thank you for the P, Busy Peach. I think Denver, Colorado, they have decriminalized magic mushrooms. Other states are working on it. Now, the active ingredient in these psychedelics is usually something called psilocybin. Hi, the chocolate Virgo. So the active ingredient is psilocybin. And last week we talked about this chocolate company that trademarked the word psilocybin, and they trademarked it for, educational purposes on the use and benefits of psychedelics. So the person who trademarked psilocybin has been getting a lot of hate. She said that she's been getting a lot of hate mail, and that she wanted people to know that she trademarked the word psilocybin because she was trying to protect it. She doesn't want it to get all corporatized, so she's trademarking the word. I don't know this lady. I don't know what she does, but do you think that trademarking the word psilocybin for the education of for the purpose of educating those on the benefits and use of psychedelics, do you think that trademarking the word psilocybin was the best way to go about protecting the psychedelic industry? What do you guys think about her strategy? Because her strategy is, you know what? I'm just going to trademark this so nobody can take it and exploit it. But in my opinion, you literally exploited it, because you can stop anybody from using the word psilocybin right now in terms of using it for education, which is what people are trying to do. So do you think that this was the best way for her to try and protect the, the psychedelic sphere? You don't have to be a participant in the use of psychedelics to have an opinion on this. Some people see psychedelics as medication. So imagine somebody tried to trademark the word penicillin. Do you think, Busy Peach said, if she grants use for educational purposes, but should people have to come to this chocolate maker to be able to use the word for educational purposes? What are you doing, ma'am? Because remember, Busy Peach said, or donate money from use of trademark to education. Lisa J said no. Because remember, when you trademark something, you have to trademark it because you plan on making money with it. So if you're saying that you trademarked psilocybin so nobody could exploit it, are you saying that you don't actually have a business purpose for it? A Chocolate Virgo said, no, they shouldn't have to. They may have to come to what? They may have to what? I'm not sure what you're saying about that. Busy Peach said, why not her? What do you mean by why not her? Zephyrina said, I agree with you. No, I don't think so. I feel the same way with CBD. Right, because there is a trademark on CBD, but it's for coffee, for a coffee shop out in Vermont, I believe. Busy Peach, I'm not saying why not her. I'm saying, do you guys think that these terms should be trademarked at all? Is it beneficial to trademark these terms? Because these are things that occur naturally in the world. You know, it would be kind of like maybe trying to trademark violet or tulip. What do you think? I personally don't think this was the best way, but you guys may have a differing opinion, and that is totally okay. I just don't see the benefit of this, because the whole point of this is to use it for a purpose. The Chocolate Virgo said it's not beneficial for the whole picture. Zephyrina said, is it trademarked worldwide? No, there are no worldwide trademarks. However, there are treaties that allow you to extend your trademark to other places, or you can apply in those other places, Zephyrina. The Chocolate Virgo said it's only beneficial to one person. Right. And let's say that, she changes her mind. She says, no, well, you know what? No, I want to make some money off this trademark. And she prevents anyone from using the word psilocybin for educational purposes. Now, she may totally have started out on this, with, nothing but goodwill in her heart, but nothing is to say that she can't change her mind, right? But, we'll see what happens. She got in on the ground floor, so you can't really fault her on that. There was no one stopping her. So hopefully she is true to her word, and she does, use this trademark that she acquired to protect it. Busy Peach said, so why can't she change her mind? It's not that she can't. It's that she said that the reason she trademarked it was to protect psychedelics and, the whole industry from being too corporatized, right? So she's trademarked it for the education on the benefits and uses of psychedelics. But what if she decides, well, now I'm going to go and I'm going to do worldwide tours on the benefits and use of psychedelics, and she names her tour psilocybin, and she prevents anybody from going around the United States. No, I love that you're playing devil's advocate, and she prevents anybody else from going around and giving speeches on the benefits of psilocybin. That is a real thing that could happen, right? So basically, we have to, those who are in this industry of educating people on the benefits and use of psychedelics, they are at her mercy. Remember backcountry.com. They got the trademark to Backcountry and went after everybody. They got whole companies that change their names, drop Backcountry, all that stuff. Zephyrina said makes sense. Yes. So, hopefully she keeps her word. We will keep an eye on this psilocybin trademark. Okay. All right. So that is good. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have any Prince fans in the house? If you like Prince, Give me a purple heart. Diamonds and pearls. Hi, So Rap 21. If you like Prince, give me a purple heart in the comments. Busy Peach said the next person will use a 3-letter acronym and get around it. Okay. All right. But should you have to do all that, Busy Peach? That's my thing. Busy Peach loves Prince. Okay. Can I get some more hearts, y'all? Y'all better love Prince. Give me some hearts. Diamonds and pearls. Thank you, Lacey J. All right. I got some purple hearts. So we all know the purple one, Prince. Yes, diamonds and pearls. Okay. Vaults of music everywhere. The man was iconic. King of shade. He would take your woman with eyeliner and high heel boots on. Prince. Okay. Unfortunately, we lost Prince a few years ago, right? And unfortunately, Prince did not leave a will. So his estate has been trying to wrap things up. And one of the things that Prince's estate has been trying to do is to trademark a particular shade of purple, paisley purple, not paisley purple, but Prince purple. They've been looking to trademark this color purple for initially for musical recordings and live performances and things like that. And they were being denied by the USPTO office because they said it was too overly broad. And you can't just, you're not going to immediately associate purple with musical performances. So they were having a tough time selling, the trademarking of this particular shade of purple to the USPTO. Now, it's not impossible to trademark a color. The pink that T-Mobile uses is trademarked. Starbucks green is trademarked. The blue that Gap uses is trademarked. I'm trying to think what other colors. That shade of yellow that Sprint uses is trademarked. So it is possible to trademark a color, but you have to be very specific about it. Mary Kay pink, right? They have pink in the realm of cosmetics, right? Thank you for the heart, sincere. So Prince's estate has gotten creative, and they have amended their trademark or added a new one to use this particular shade of purple on the exterior of buildings used in performance of services, museums, etc. So they are basically saying, hey, we want to trademark this color for when you have Prince events. So if you want to build a Prince museum and you painted this color purple, you're going to have to ask us permission for that. If you want to put on some type of Prince tribute and use that color, you're going to have to get permission for that. Yes, Tiffany blue. Very good, Busy Peach. That's a good example. So Prince's estate has said, we want to trademark this shade of blue on the use of buildings when you have certain types of performances or museums. Obviously, they'll be related to Prince. And the USPTO has said, okay. Zephyrina says she's going to trademark the letter Z. Zephyrina, you might be able to, depending on what industry, girl. Don't ever sell yourself short. But yes, so Prince's estate, Paisley Park, whatever they're called, they have been successful in trademarking this shade of purple for use on buildings for performances and museums. This is not the first time a company has been able to do this for performances. Has anybody ever heard of the Museum of Ice Cream? If you have heard of the Museum of Ice Cream, give me an ice cream emoji. So, Museum of Ice Cream, their scheme is their entire museum. It's this light pink color, and they have that color trademarked for their museum. So for museum purposes, I think the Museum of Ice Cream is located in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. One of my friends actually went there. But if you ever go to the Museum of Ice Cream, the shade of pink that they use on this museum is trademarked specifically for museums. All right. So congratulations to Prince's estate. All right. Okay. What time is it? Y'all, I be forgetting. Okay. All right, we're going to talk about this one last story, and then we will move on. So this is a story, I thought the story was interesting because, all right, so we talk a lot about celebrities being sued for posting pictures on their Instagram, right? Some of them fight back, some of them settle, whatever. I posted a picture in my stories today of this like flower coat. And I asked you guys if you had seen it anywhere, if you had seen this picture anywhere. And most of you said yes. I remember seeing this coat on Cardi B, on one of her many trips to Paris or whatever. And apparently this coat was designed by Moschino. So here's the issue. The picture of Cardi in that coat was taken by this paparazzi company called Splash News. And Cardi posted it on her social media. Splash News then sued Cardi and the designer of the coat, which happened to be Moschino, for posting the pic. Because Moschino then posted the picture of Cardi on their social media. So Moschino is not taking this lying down. Moschino has countersued this paparazzi company because they said that taking a picture of this coat was copyright infringement and selling it was copyright infringement because they have a design on it. So the coat that Cardi was pictured in, if you go in my stories, you'll see the picture, Busy Peach. They said that this is not just a coat. This is a visual material. This is a visual piece of work. It has a name. It's called When Spring in Bloom, and it actually has a registered copyright. They registered the design of this coat in 2019. Now remember, you can't just trademark or copyright a piece of clothing. There has to be something very distinct about it. And this coat is nothing if not distinct. It has flowers everywhere. So they got a copyright for this design in 2018. So they are now countersuing Splash News and said, well, you didn't have a right to take our picture and go sell it to somebody because it's our work of art. We get to say what happens to it. Now, we don't have a resolution of this case, but I think that this is a very interesting argument, and it also goes along the lines of the arguments that the Hadid sisters have been using that, without us, there is no picture. We are the work of art. Moschino is saying this coat is a work of art. You took a picture of it and it's ours. You can't just take it and sell it. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that this is a good move by Moschino? Do you think that Splash News might be backed into a corner? Or do you think it's silly that they even got a copyright for this coat? What do you guys think about Moschino countersuing for copyright infringement because they have a copyright on the coat that Splash News took a picture of? And Splash News is suing them for copyright infringement for posting that photo. It's like a vicious cycle of copyright infringement. You saw it? Yeah. So it just seems it's apparently it's copyright infringement all around, infringement here, infringement there, infringement everywhere. We will have to wait and see what happens between Moschino and Splash News. But okay, I'm going to take a quick poll of the people here. If you think that they will settle, give me a 1. If you think that Moschino will win, give me a 2. And if you think that Splash News will win, give me a 3. So if you think that these two companies will settle, give me a 1. If you think Moschino is going to win, give me a 2. If you think Splash News is going to win, give me a 3. Let me know what you think. Sincere thinks that they're going to settle. Busy Peach thinks that Moschino is going to win. Okay. We're going to have to wait and see. We don't know what's happening. So we'll just keep an eye on it. And if I see an update or if you guys find an update, let me know. SoRap21 thinks that Moschino is going to win. So we've got 2 for Moschino and 1 for settlement. So we'll just have to wait and see, y'all. The minute I get an update, I will let you know, because we've been talking about Prince for a minute. I have one more. Let me see. Do we have time? We'll just go extra. Okay, one more story that I wanted to talk about real quick. So today I posted a picture in my stories, and I asked a question. I posted a picture of some pink bubble wrap pouches, and I asked you guys what company uses this type of packaging. No one responded except for one person who DM'd me and said, I have no idea, Sincere 39. So apparently this is packaging that is used by the company Glossier. Has anybody heard of the company Glossier? If you have heard of the company Glossier, give me a G in the comments. They are like a subscription skincare makeup company. They have like a brow gel. They said that their goal is to become the Estee Lauder of like online makeup. Hi Sharissa. Busy Peach has not heard of them. Sincere 39 has. Okay. Anyway, so if you look up Glossier, I've seen posters for them everywhere. They're getting more and more out there. So they recently, they've been trying to acquire their trademarks for, their business. They're getting bigger out there, and they tried to trademark pink bubble wrap pouches for their packaging. So they tried to file for these pink bubble wrap packaging, for delivery of makeup. And the USPTO said no, because bubble wrap isn't distinctive. Anybody can use bubble wrap. So Glossier has actually gotten around it in a very clever way. They took they amended their trademark application, and they said, look, we're not trying to trademark the bubble wrap bag. We just want to trademark this shade of pink for the use of bubble wrap for the delivery of subscription makeup. So they niched down their trademark. They said, we only want this color for this item for this specific thing. And they were able to get it. So if you are having trouble with making your trademark distinct, maybe you need to niche it down and make it very specific to your industry so people don't think it's overbroad. I think this is a brilliant move by Glossier. Now, I don't personally associate Glossier with this pink bubble wrap pouch because I don't order from Glossier. But people who are into subscription services may be more familiar with it. But I think this is a brilliant move by Glossier. Congratulations to them for finding, for making a way out of a difficult spot. And maybe one day if somebody Glossier send me some stuff, I want to see the pink bubble wrap. Yes. Okay. So we have gone way over time, guys. Thank you so much for indulging me. I want to remind you that Logos 101 pre-orders $29. After next week, it goes up to $79. Business Startup Basics is $19 until January 31st. If you know somebody who needs help with their logo, needs help getting that business started, get them an early present. If your boo is trying to get that business started for 2020, make it a Valentine's Day gift or something. You're welcome, Zephyrina. Remember to book your coaching sessions and consultations using linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. We will be back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. again with more stories. If you guys have find anything, make sure to send it to me. Thank you to Sincere39 and Shop Best on the Yard, who submitted the story about Kobe versus the pharmaceutical company. If you guys have any other comments or questions, DM me and I will answer them at my earliest convenience. Have a great night, guys. Bye.